How's it going, creeps? Welcome back to the Friday Night Creepshow. Tonight, we're going to be watching a movie that I've only ever seen bits and pieces of before, and I'm talking about the 1978 Summer of Fear. So, this movie's from Wes Craven, so I'm surprised that I haven't seen it before. But like I said, I've only seen bits and pieces. So, let me know over in the chat if you guys have seen it before. What's up, Frank? How you doing? Um, this movie stars, like I said, the one and the only Linda Blair. So, Linda Blair fame from the original Exorcist film. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna hop on IMDb and we're gonna check out some of the details of the movie. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop straight into Wes Craven's Summer of Fear. So let's check out IMDb. So the synopsis is a teenage girl's life is turned upside down after her cousin moves into her house, and as time goes by, she begins to suspect that she may be a practitioner of witchcraft. So sounds pretty gnarly. So I don't know if you guys have ever had the unfortunate circumstance of having a cousin move in with you. But like the synopsis of this movie, I've had a cousin move in with me before, and I sort of feel like this dude was partially possessed. I remember waking up in the middle of the night. I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I remember just hearing banging coming from outside the house. And my cousin had moved in with us because he was such a bad kid that his parents just wanted to get him. Well, his mom just wanted to get him out of whatever uh, scenario he was in. So sent him halfway across the country to live with me and my family for whatever freaking reason. And he lived in our basement. But woke up one night, I heard him or I heard banging outside the house. And in the middle of the night, this dude was out there beating a tree with a baseball bat. And this is like in a very heavily wooded area in Georgia, is where I was living at the time. So he just did all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, he was probably possessed, if that is actually a thing. So I'm sure he's doing well. Wouldn't know. Sure he's doing well. Um, so yes, Hell Night. Linda Blair was also in Hell Night. And I did have a basement dwelling cousin. I also had a basement dwelling uncle at one time, and I had two dwelling cousins. So, first basement dwelling cousin, he was the one that was the bad kid. He came from Texas to live with us in Georgia, is where we were living at the time. I had another basement dwelling cousin. Um, he came and he lived with us for a while, and he just made some massive screw ups when he lived there. And then I had a basement dwelling uncle for a while, and he is the one that would always just prank me and do crazy things and would tell me a story about the guy who lost his hand. So I'd be like showering or something, and he would stick his hand in the bathroom and he would start flicking on the lights, and then he would, um, always act like the haunted hand was doing weird shit. And he was the one that would like give me swirlies, and like he would do this thing where he would like rub my arm. He would hold me down and rub my arm really fast like this, and it somehow knot up all my armpit or all my like arm hair. And it was terrible. It was terrible. But probably my favorite uncle out of all of my uncles. Um, I also have an uncle that looks like David Carradine from Kill Bill, which is extremely interesting. So that uncle, he got hit by a train in his truck, and the only thing that happened to him was he lost a tooth. So if that doesn't tell you about the genes over here, I don't know what else will. So interesting stories. Um, yeah. So we just had a basement. We just put people in there. It was also where me and my older sister we used to go around and we would collect cicada shells, like the brown crispy shells that they leave behind, and we just had trash bags full of them in our basement for whatever reason. We would go and we would pick them off, probably, just dozens at a time off of trees, and then we would cover our shirts just completely in them, and we would just walk around for whatever reason. I don't know. My childhood was weird, but yeah. What is up, Brandon? It is about time that you showed up here. So I'll give you one of these real quick.
Hail to the king, baby.
Thanks for showing up, and glad you made it. Glad that you safeguarded your game room at your house. Yeah. No, it wasn't last week. It was the week before. We didn't stream last week, but yeah. Frank wants to know why we're always in your stream, but very rarely do you show up at the Cinema Creep stream. Now I'm just waiting. Where's Chuck at? We're missing a regular here. Has anybody out there seen the I guess I'm just going to refer to it as the aurora borealis lights, the northern lights looking stuff tonight? You're supposed to be able to see it as far south as Alabama, and where I'm at in North Carolina, you can see it pretty good with your naked eye. Like we went out and you can see it, you can see shades of red, you can see shades of green streaking across the sky. It's actually really, really gnarly. Um, I wish I would have uploaded some of the pictures I got so I could show them here, but I got some pretty cool pictures. My wife got some really good ones. And whole lot of weird shit happening today. It almost makes me wish that I was streaming Night of the Comet or a movie like that, because all the weird like environmental stuff that's been going on. So in my part of the United States, um it's been extremely windy, and it's caused to a lot of power outages. Like my power went out earlier, so I didn't even actually know if I was going to be able to stream. It just came back on like an hour ago, and we had the weird like aurora borealis thing in the sky. Whole bunch of weird stuff. I know there's a lot of solar flares out there today that like knocked out the Wi-Fi in like Los Angeles or something like that. No, I'm in North Carolina. So born in Texas. I've lived in Texas different times in my life. Wound up in North Carolina when I was about 14, maybe 13. I was in Wilmington on the coast. Now I'm more West North Carolina, like in the mountains. Um, so yeah, I am from Texas. It's a fun fact. Yeah, my uncle gave me swirlies. He was a pain in the ass. And what a guy. What a guy. Um, like I said, even though he did all of that dumb shit that he did, probably my favorite uncle. Don't talk to him much anymore. Like I really don't talk to any of my family other than my immediate family and like my in-laws and my wife's side of the family. I sort of excommunicated from all my family, minus my older sister. We still get along, we still talk here and there, but as far as like parents and aunts and uncles and all of that, like uh don't talk to them. Just the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. And when I got rid of Facebook, that was like the last little thread hanging me on to really anybody in my family. And for better or worse, it is what it is. All right. So, like I said, tonight's movie, Summer of Fear. The original title is Stranger in Our House. It is PG-13, so don't be too sad about that. Originally a TV movie, but it is directed by the one and only Wes Craven, and stars Linda Blair, Lee Purcell, and Jeremy Slate. let's scroll down here a little bit and let's get a closer look at some of what this has to offer here. So, Linda Blair, like we said, Jeremy Slate, Jeff East, McDonald Carey, Jeff McCracken, Carol Lawrence, Fran Drescher, aka the nanny, right? She plays Caroline Baker in this film. And let's scroll down a little bit more. Let's see if we can find any trivia on the film while we're here. So, after having a successful television run on both NBC and CBS, the film was retitled Summer of Fear and given a theatrical release in Europe. It is based on a book, and as Wes Craven notes on the DVD commentary, this was Linda Blair's first film after running into some trouble with the law the previous year. It would be her final starring role in a television movie. So, Linda Blair, an outlaw. Yeah, the Saws family. That's all I need. It's just the saw. Me and the old chainsaw cutting up out on the Sawyer family farm. Well, how are you doing, Brandon, tonight? Before we get started, like I said, I see that you fortified your game room. So happy to see that. I take it nobody else saw those lights I was talking about? Or you saw it, Brandon? You said you thought it was aliens? You would be somebody that would get abducted by aliens. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to crank this movie up and start it. So feel free to comment in the chat during the movie. Let's talk about it. Throw any facts out there. And yeah, you could still see it. I think, Brandon, I think the lights are going to be on. You'll be able to see them in the sky up until like 5 a.m. or something like that. So I would definitely check it out as long as you don't have a lot of light pollution. It helped, like I said, that all the power went out, in my neighborhood. So that helped us to be able to see it better. And Frank, I don't know about where you're located, but like I said, I had read that, you could see it as far down as Alabama. So if you're anywhere as far down as Alabama, you should be able to see it. But it'll help if you go out and you point your phone camera up at the sky. It really helps you be able to see it a little bit better if you can't see it with your naked eye, or if you have like a camera, just go out there and be able to look at it through the LCD of your camera. You'll be able to see it a little bit easier. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get this movie started here. It's wide open. That.
We have to figure out who we are.
Like I said, we're streaming this one on YouTube.
car up front, would you please? Hello? Right. Yes. Well, I know it's last minute, but this is an emergency. Could you check out any last-minute cancellations? Oh, great. Mr. and Mrs. Tom Bryant. And we can make connections from Little Rock to Russellville, Ozark, flight number 2. Twin engine, it doesn't matter. When will we be coming back?
We should be back in a few days. 3 or 4 days. I don't know if the funeral...
Why don't you hold the return open? I'll have to call you. Yes, thank you.
What is it? What's happened?
Oh, Rachel, it's Marge. Your Aunt Marge and Uncle Ryan. They've been killed in an automobile crash.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, God. It's all so temporary. I've been meaning to get us all together. You know, it's been 10 years since the last time, since we saw them. 10 years. My own sister.
Didn't they have a daughter about my age?
Julia.
Julia wasn't in the car. There was a girl killed with them, their housekeeper named Sarah something or other. They were taking her home when it happened.
Come on, Dad. The car's ready. You better hurry up if you want to catch that plane.
Thank you, Peter. You're right. Your father and I have to go and do whatever we can. I'll call every day.
Yeah, her hair's on point right now.
Tell him where we've gone. I didn't have the heart to wake him.
Oh, Mom, he's too young to understand. I'm sorry.
Do me a favor, will you, sweetheart? Call my office when they open. Tell my secretary what happened and that I'll call from Arkansas. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's no one there to take care of Julia.
Well, we'll see. I'll call you. Behave, Rachel. Goodbye.
Okay, Peter, thanks. Rachel, you practice hard for that horse show. We'll be back in time to watch you.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Hey, looking like a champ. Hey, pull up and let's walk up for a while.
Woo! How am I doing?
Adequate.
Adequate? But I want to win this
Just
show.
remember to stick in your saddle for a faster stop. And I'd have to spin a little more right rein and right leg. You know, the judge will be looking for those things, and they add up to big points.
All right, okay. I just get so nervous before a show.
Hey, you're a cinch to win. Besides, you got Mike Gallagher, don't you? The finest trainer in California.
Adequate.
Oh.
Come over here. Mwah.
Yeah. You want to go down in the ring and run some more?
Wow, no, I gotta be getting back. Mom and Dad should be home. They're bringing back my cousin Julia.
Oh, so she's really going to live with you guys.
Yeah, for a while. We're the only family she has now. It'll be kind of nice, like having a sister.
Huh, what's she like?
I don't know.
So this came out
She's a little
in
bit older.
78.
But I haven't seen her since we were little kids, and they never sent any pictures. But I guess I'll find out pretty soon what she's like.
Well, one thing first.
Pretty sure The Hills Have Eyes came out before this.
You do that to all your students?
No, only with my A students.
I can't find a handle.
No, it's the little handle. Right there. That's it.
Thank you for context.
Rachel, you remember Julia?
He's waiting to pretend. Keep him away from me.
Rachel, why don't you put some...
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tight.
Sorry about the commercials.
dance in the barn and then help us figure out where Julia's going to camp.
She should stay with me. I got plenty of room. Come on, Clem. Are you all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just not used to horses.
Come on, Jimmy.
That was quite a welcome. I know you're gonna like Rachel's room.
Oh, shut down. Shut down.
I'm sorry it's messy right now. I'll clean it later.
That's all right. Well, you sure have a lot of pretty things.
Thank you.
Your daddies must make a lot of money. What's he do?
He's a stockbroker. Well, both my parents work. My mom's a freelance photographer, and, well, I'm sure they told you all about it, so.
Sure.
Do you have many things? You can have these 3 top drawers here, okay? And half my closet. And, you can have my bed if you like. It's a little more comfortable than that one.
Well, thank you. Is he your solid feller?
Mike? A boyfriend? I guess.
I feel awful tired.
Oh, yeah, I guess you must be beat. Maybe you'd like to come out to the stable later and see Sundance? I know you get to be good friends if you just got to know him. Oh, yeah, I guess.
No, thanks.
Okay. See you later. What's the matter, Sundance, huh? Yeah, that's okay.
Thanks a lot,
Sure.
YouTube.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, see, Mom and Dad got back. You bring Julia with them?
Yeah, she's in my room taking a nap. Well, our room.
Well, what's she like?
Well, she's okay. Well, I mean, what can you expect? She's been through a lot in the last couple of days. But she'll be okay. Are you going to rehearse tonight?
No. Well, maybe tomorrow. Dance isn't for 2 weeks.
Are you going to stay home tonight?
Why?
Well, see, I've got a date with Mike tonight, and I kind of feel bad about leaving her here alone on her first night. But if you're here, then
You
you
two
can
can
keep
try to
her
shut us
entertained.
down.
No way.
We're still live
You're
on
not sticking
Twitch.
me with a cousin I don't even know while you're out having a good time. You can take her with you.
She's kind of pretty. Anyway, let's go have some dinner, and you can check her out for yourself.
Boy.
Well, she said she was coming right out.
You're not going to get a chance to eat before Mike gets here.
Girls. They're never on time for anything.
Well, at least they washed the back of their hands.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Watch it, Bobby.
Maybe I'd better go check on her. And you behave yourself, Pumpkin. Oh, come on in, honey. Everything's getting cold.
Hi, Julia. Sit down. This is Bobby, who wasn't even born when we last saw you.
Hi.
And this, of course, is Peter.
Hi.
And you look lovely, dear. Thank you.
Been a long time since I've seen a girl at the table wearing anything but blue jeans.
Oh, well, Julia goes to an all-girls school. I guess they dress for dinner there.
Of course they dress for dinner. What do you expect? They come naked?
Julia was there on a full scholarship. Or was it a half scholarship? Half. Oh, somebody's coming.
Huh?
It's not necessarily that it's easy to shoot a dessert, but it's super fun to shoot desserts. It's usually colorful, Is it vibrant? There's so much character to a dessert.
Oh, it's not just something that the hill people say. It's an Ozark superstition. If somebody drops a plate at the supper table, it means that there's a visitor coming.
You must have heard all sorts of creepy superstitions living in that area.
My father talked about them a lot. He wanted atmosphere for the book that he was writing. And that's why we hired Sarah, the housekeeper. She was raised back along the river bottom where people still believe in things like that. She taught him how the Jakey folks talk.
You make it sound like a foreign country.
It is in a way.
Did you have a backwoods boyfriend?
No.
A backwoods
Boys, that
boyfriend.
weren't my type.
Say, listen, I play a little bluegrass music on my guitar. And I'll play some for you after dinner if you like.
Mike must be here.
Wow, Julie was right.
That's right. Somebody was coming.
Hi, hon.
Hey, everyone.
Have a seat.
Rachel, how about introducing Mike to your cousin?
Oh, this is my cousin Julie Trent. This is Mike Gallagher. I'll be back in a second.
Sit yourself down, Mike. Thanks.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Pete. This is Brian.